Happy Tuesday, Striver. I hope you kicked off this week with a lot of ambition and hope and faith and confidence and readiness. Hey, it's Tuesday, but this is a retroactive. It's Tuesday, but I'm wondering, yesterday, Monday, beginning of the week, did you write down your goals somewhere, even if you didn't capture them in growth day? Did you put some notes around the house to remind you to be intentional? Did you start the week on your A game with high intention and focus, or did you start the week in total reactivity? Because, every Monday we're architecting our life. Lots of Mondays, of course, things are thrown at you. Emergencies, challenges, people don't show up, people demand something from you. Sometimes the trains don't run smoothly on every Monday. But over a period of time, I've always found that Mondays are a good day to look at how intentional someone is being about shaping their life, their business, the week ahead. Thinking about Monday, did you set yourself, your family, your kids up for success this week? Or is it just another Monday of bumbling in to the noise, bumbling into reaction, having to deal with everything else, but not really thinking, what's important to me this week, this month? What do I really care about? This might be a lot to throw at you just on a Tuesday, but I'm here thinking reflectively about how many Mondays I let slide by in my 20s and even my early 30s after I had, quote unquote, some success. Too many Mondays, I didn't take that seriously. And so what happened was Tuesdays, I woke up to a mess, or Tuesdays, I stayed in reaction, because often Tuesdays is a big kind of hangover day from Monday. You got all these things that you're still catching up on or dealing with if Monday didn't go well. And often Tuesdays, you just get into the tactics, into the handling of things. Even if people are intentional on Monday, on Tuesday, now they just jump into the noise again, jump into reaction. And so let me ask another question. This day, Tuesday, did you start this day with reconnecting to your ambition, to your intention? Yes, for this week. Yes, for this month. Yes, for your life. Goals aren't meant for an isolated island on Monday. People have always asked me, how have you stayed so driven and motivated and productive for this many years? And I mean 25 years now. How have I done that? Well, I'm a dork. Every single day, I look at my ambitions and my goals. I don't miss. I look at them in growth day, or I look at them out on my journal or my phone or my Post-it note. Doesn't matter. Every day I begin the day somewhere in my intentions. Why? Because I'm so great? No, because actually I'm not. Because I'm the easiest to get sucked into distractions. I know that social media can kill my morning and kill my day. I know that I am a consumer, that it's easy for me to just kind of bounce around website to website, podcast to podcast, social media to social media. And I could do that happily for hours on end during the day. And then the end of the week, I'd end up with no further advancement to the real dreams and the real connections, the real meaningful pursuits that matter to me. Often people hear this as like, oh, well, there's Brennan being Mr. Productive again, as if it's some kind of braggadocious thing. No, I'm playing defense against my own psychology. What are you talking about? I'm not bragging about my superhuman discipline. I'm sharing with you the need that even after all this training, all this work, leading the personal development field now for a decade, I still have to do the work. I still have to play defense against the world's highest paid engineers creating very sticky and distracting products. The highest paid people in the world are being paid to steal your attention. And once you realize that's a battle, and you got to win that battle more often if you want to build your dream, then you get serious about it. It's not me saying, hey, look at me, high performer. It's saying, I really struggle with this, actually. It's easy for me. If I don't have habits to keep my phone away, to remember to look at my ambitions and goals in the morning, to read something inspiring in the morning, to capture my morning mindset and set it off into a good place by doing my morning mindset and growth day, to capture my goals and think through specifically what I need to do this day, and to complete by the end of this week, what we call our Friday finishers in this community of Growth Day, those tasks that you will complete by end of day Friday, no matter what. Well, if I don't do those things each day, I'm Mr. Distraction. I'm pulled into every different direction. And I share all this because it really is that important that in some way you have a morning discipline to keep your mind right, to keep your goals in front of you, to move forward conscientiously, not just reactively. And now, of course, these great social media companies spending billions of dollars to turn you into a 15-second consumption machine. Nothing significant, nothing meaningful. Quick ha there, quick laugh there, quick like there. And then 2-3 hours later, you just lost 2 or 3 hours working on your dream project, studying to learn a new skill that's necessary for your next level of success. So often we don't think it's a big deal. It was just an hour. Well, an hour a day is 30 hours a month. Think about that. An hour a day lost to distraction and other things is 30 hours a month. That's almost a full, complete work week for many people. Think about that. Well, what if it's 2 hours of distraction, lost reaction a day? Well, guess what? Well, now you're 60 hours a week. That's more than a full-time job. So you're now over a week of full-time work in distraction in 1 month that you're losing. 1 week a month gone to distraction. Think about how that adds up at the end of the year. If it's just 1 hour, now you're at 12 weeks. What is that? Well, that's 3 months of a 12-month year in distraction. Scrolling, social media didn't advance your life one bit. You laughed at a bunch of cat jokes. You saw a bunch of friends' parties. You saw other pictures of nice-looking people and videos that were entertaining with their headlines. Everyone always thinks that I'm against social media. I'm not. I'm just vitally aware of how much it can suck from your life if you're not intentional about at least using it to connect with real friends, and at least using it to make sure that it's a platform for your expression, not just your consumption. At least leveraging social media to be inspired or empowered by people who lift your mindset, who serve your goals, who serve as an example, who you can maybe be able to model or follow or learn from. Being intentional about it. It's stealing people's lives right now. And don't worry, I'm not this old fuddy-duddy saying this. I'm blessed to have millions of followers. I love social media. It's given me the ability to reach hundreds of millions of views and downloads and scale that I could have never imagined. Not a single complaint. But I also decided I was going to put out empowering stuff, not distracting stuff from day one. And I'm very conscientious about how I consume it. Hey, listen, it's only Tuesday. If you lost 2 hours yesterday and you already lost 2 hours today to things that aren't like this, empowering, thoughtful, keeping you focused, doing your self-awareness, your personal growth work, well, that's 4 hours already this week. The average American watched 4 hours of television just last night. 4 hours. Think about that every day. Just for a minute. Every day, that's 28 hours a week. That's nearing a full-time job. Well, you do that every day of the year, and you're losing a decade of life. We just have to be thoughtful about our time again. I love Tuesdays to be thoughtful about my time because, sometimes Monday is just overwhelming. There's so many things. We got to get everything going. And Tuesdays, okay, I'm in the week. Where am I at? What's my ambition, my goal, my intention? What do I got to finish by Friday? All right, let me calibrate. Let me focus. This should be a day of focus. It begins with a great morning routine. It begins by looking at ambitions. It begins by getting your mindset in a good place. You got to use Growth Day on a consistent basis for your personal development. Otherwise, distraction rips you from the world. People say, do you really use Growth Day? Do you really love it? I'm like, I don't know how people handle personal development without it anymore. There's a lot here. I know some people say there's so much here. I'm like, well, then great. Allow yourself to be distracted in the empowerment that is growth day. Allow yourself to use the tools. I'm just here to encourage you. It's Tuesday. Win this week. It's not too late. If Monday didn't turn out well and focused, get it together today. Set those goals, set that Friday finisher. It's only Tuesday, and you have to always remember every day is still a great day to grow. All right, if you love this Daily Fire today, quick reminder, comment on it down below. What did you learn? What do you think? What do you have to share? This is about social learning in Growth Day. We learn from each other. We have that humility to learn from each other, but we also have that service leadership mindset where we want to share our life lessons with one another. So what have you learned about this topic? Put it in the comments down below and then get your growth streak.